They're going all in on Danger Room to be able to win here. We get the leader, which gives us the Gambit. Discards, kills the Angela. We're winning the raft. Oh. Welcome back, my friends, to Marvel Snap. The balance patch has been delayed by several weeks from the developers, so we need something that is going to fend off the spam of Mr. Negative decks, and I have just the list for you today. As a side note, the game has received an awesome community event update, Shield versus Hydra. We are Shield here at the channel, so sign up and allow us to decimate the forces of Hydra. But now to our deck list. We are running Sandwave. There's a little bit of thematic synergy here with the oceans and the sandy beaches. We're using both Sandman and Wave to hold off decks that want to vomit cards onto the board in the later turns of the game, which is exactly what Mr. Negative wants to do. Once we get a couple of these control pieces set up, then we have a suite of cards that are going to be able to advantage us while we are playing only a single card to affect multiple lanes and just be too oppressive, stretch our opponent too thin to be able to counter all of our actions. Sunspot gives us brilliant early tempo. Psylocke allows us to get into some of these control cards sooner. Storm and Juggernaut are just incredibly potent control combos, especially when you have ways through either Doctor Doom or Klaw or White Tiger to still influence that storming location. And then we've already covered Wave. Jubilee here thins out the deck, allows us to potentially jump an energy curve using Psylocke to be able to get to her early, or also being able to drop in one of our 6 drops because our energy curve is quite expensive with this deck list. Sandman is the anchor point. Ongoing players can only play 1 card a turn. He only gives us 1 point, so we lose tempo on turn 4, but we can more than make up for it on our later turns as long as we've drawn into a couple of these other key cards. White Tiger is brilliant for impacting multiple locations, Klaw as well, and this way we just spread the opponent too thin. They can only play 1 card to match us, but we're playing cards that impact multiple locations. We're more flexible and can to adapt, fill in the locations where the opponent is missing. Leader here is fantastic, able to duplicate whatever the opponent has played, especially if we cheat Leader out through either Psylocke or Wave. Then we can use Odin to get a multiple triggers on Leader, which really ratchets up his efficiency. And the same thing can be said for Doctor Doom. If you cheat out Doctor Doom and then get to repeat that with Odin, that is a winning game state for sure. Let's dive into battle and see how we fare at infinite rank here. Deck list is up above. If you guys have any questions about card substitutions, you can always leave a comment down below. I read through all of those. Love interacting with you guys here in the community. Let's see. I would really love to be able to match up against a Mr. Negative deck list, be able to bog them down with the Sandman. But we'll see what we get. We have Sandman in the opening hand. Love to see it. White Tiger Odin is a nice clean progression. Leader is not going to help us for early tempo though. I wonder if there's probably an argument to substitute Storm and Juggernaut for some bigger early tempo plays, because you want the tempo on the board early, and then you're going to have Sandman to slow things down. Sokovia discards the Agatha. It's an Agatha list. This means that you are going to hit me with... What are you going to hit me with? Some kind of Knight Rider play. I want to take the Raft out of commission here. Interesting. You've got Wave. I've got Storm.
Wind, aid my
Is this a leader angle? Wave is certainly a boon for us. We thrive on this. They flip first. I think that we do play leader. 2 flooding. Magic. Interesting. So you don't want the location locked down. That's fine. We stay just a step ahead with Leader. Leader always 1 step ahead until he gets out mind gamed. The mechanics of Leader as a card, I think, is one of the most clever things that they have going for them in the game. Let's go ahead and play Sandman and slow everything down. Then it's something like Doctor Doom, Odin on the Doctor Doom, and just oppress the opponent. We could also play Odin to be able to duplicate the Leader. We have everything open and available to us. Okay, now we snap. They've discounted their hand, but we don't care because they can only play 1 card at a time. We have really big cards. We got the Klaw. What was that noise? Oh, we got the audio effect of Sarah discounting the card that they just drew in their hand. Pretty sure that's what happened. Doctor Doom me. I feel excellent about this situation. What are you going to play? Chavez, sure. Chavez does ratchet up the tempo, but we're ahead on mid, ahead on right. You can only play one card to be able to answer. And this +8, turns out it's going to tie the Avengers compound. And then we're going to get an extra 5 over here. 13-point play. Feels like the best situation we can create. It's not ideal because of how Limbo filled up, so we're not getting the extra card there, but it should hold the opponent off. We get the tie. Here they go with Agatha. Is the margin of victory enough? Oh, it's so close. No, it's 8-7. We lose by 1. Good game to the opponent. What a game. Lost by 1 on the margin of victory. All right, let's love. This was the problem, guys. We needed to level up the Sandman. We'll get him popping out of the frame, and then we'll hop into another game here. If you guys enjoy the Decklist videos, then leaving a like helps promote them to the rest of the community, and subscribing will let you be notified when we come out with our next one. We've got a lot of projects in the queue for Marvel Snap, and also I put out a video recently, things that Marvel Snap doesn't tell you. Nice quick tips and tricks video, things that took me months to actually figure out were features in the game. Quite proud of that one, and looking to see if it can try and get out there and help new players be able to figure out, get right into the heart of the game without some of the tough learning curve that other people have had to experience. We've got Odin, Dr. Doom, Sandman, Psylocke. We can jump the curve to be able to get right into Sandman, which I feel like is pretty powerful for us here. We'll go Psylocke, Sandman, then we need another 4 drop, so we can't go on up to White Tiger, but we would be able to play something like a Jubilee if she appeared. We'll see what becomes available. Shadowland. The opponent is playing a Patriot deck. They're quite happy with Shadowland. It just gives them an extra body for free that they can buff up. And they've got the Squirrel Girl. Ugh. Ant-Man, sure. Alright, it looks like we're not going to be able to score the raft, which is unfortunate though. No, Juggernaut will not be able to punch them out. I don't think so, because they flip first and then they would score the raft and then Juggernaut would go and knock them to the side. So I don't think it's actually worth it. We should probably play Sunspot to Baxter Building. Baxter Building is going to be key. If I play you? No. I thought at one point that there was an animation that if you played a second card, the flow of the sands would knock it back into your hand, but that could have just been the natural way that the card falls back into your hand. We do get the Sunspot, and we get all the extra energy going over there. We get a little audio glitch there. Maybe I need to restart my game. I've been having some stuttering issues recently. Let's play White Tiger yet again. White Tiger bounced the Spirit Tiger for me. If I get a Spirit Tiger plus Leader, that's plus 11, right here at the raft, that is a winning combo until they play their Patriot.
Opponent snapped.
Maybe I just play for the White Tigers. There's the magic. They want things to go on longer. That actually benefits us a lot. Yep. We're catching up. Okay. Hang on. If they play Leader, or no, sorry, if they play Patriot, we actually benefit a little bit from Patriot with the Tiger Spirits and Dr. Doom. The thing is, I could also, yeah, I think we play, hang on. If I play Dr. Doom, I can reactivate him with Odin, which would be amazing. But alternatively, I can play Leader and reactivate Leader with Odin, which also sounds insane. They're gonna play like Patriot and then Onslaught over here. But I don't get as much of a benefit out of it as they do. Let's just go for the Doombot spam. There's the Onslaught. Next they're gonna play Patriot plus Mystique. that enough to be able to win over here? They get +4, which would be +12, taking them up to 16. Oh, but the opponent retreated? Maybe they didn't draw it? Maybe they felt like Sandman was too oppressive. That's the thing. People just retreat so often up against Sandman. I don't think we really had an answer if they had Patriot in hand. But they don't want to stick around to see it. We were certainly going to win the left lane. It's interesting to theorize. The mind games with Sandman are next level. If you act confident and you're playing Sandman, you can very often get people just to back away. They would rather go next. Speaking of going next, we're into our next one. We have Psylocke. We also have the Storm Juggernaut combo. Notoriously powerful. I'd love to draw a Sunspot to be able to play Psylocke and get into that. I get Wave instead. We'll play Psylocke. See what opens up. We may use Storm Juggernaut. If we fall into Sandman or Jubilee, we'll play them instead. The Raft. We could also try and race for the Raft, given that we do have Juggernaut. We also have the Wave Odin to hold the opponent down. Maybe we'll use this instead to control the opponent. We go Calling Wing, cut up Lady Sif. Interesting. They were playing the odds to be able to either hit Lady Sif or hit their Swarm. They get the free lizard. We get a Mysterio. Oh, interesting. And Mysterio doesn't add its little copies. Ah. Well, I feel like... Is it Leader? Or is it Odin? Leader has to be better, right? Because then we can reactivate Leader with the Odin, but that's only on the final turn. It's interesting. Because the Odin would be able to duplicate the wave, and then I can go into Leader on turn 5 and still have some kind of combo on turn 6. Storm or Juggernaut. Wow. Tough decisions. Let's play Odin, actually. Odin being able to activate the wave, hold the opponent down, feels pretty advantageous. Unless Gambit destroys him right here. Yeah, they hit the Psylocke. That's not best. You played your 1 strength 3 point to kill my 1 strength 2 energy. Now I play Leader. Be able to copy whatever they've got. It's a Morbius. Well, Morbius is not going to help us all that much, but I do get the free Magneto out of it. And we force him out yet again. Oh, this deck is nasty. Of course, this is just our luck. As soon as the Mr. Negative Hunter deck logs on, Mr. Negative is nowhere to be seen on ladder. We'll see if we're able to find one of those dirty decks coming up here. Psylocke, Jubilee, Dr. Doom. There's options here. The Raft comes up. Interesting. Will we be able to out-tempo our opponent with Sandman? Oh, or do I go Wave to be able to get Dr. Doom? There's a lot of good options. Honestly, I like the idea of being able to blitz into Dr. Doom and then potentially reactivate with an Odin. Okay, discard Juggernaut. There's some potentially devastating discards here on our side. But that one not so bad. Really not so bad. We are still a little bit behind in terms of points, but we can remedy this. We get our Dr. Doom. They play Dracula. They're really playing to be able to win the Raft, which I don't necessarily care about winning it ultimately, but I do care about scoring it for that free 6 cost. And honestly, with your Dracula and Angela, I think that we play the I give up move, and we drop down either White Tiger or Klaw, but I like White Tiger here. It gives a little bit more points. It surrenders a little more on the Raft side. Oh, I got a Destroyer. Why? I worked so hard to be able to get the card that I cannot play. Thank you. It would be... Oh, well, they got theirs discarded and it was just a Heimdall. So the Raft betrayed both of us, it would seem. Meanwhile, We are up on tempo everywhere else on the board. So we play Jubilee plus Sunspot, and the opponent is going to be able to drop down all of their swarm. Do we have enough? I don't think we have enough to snap. The reason that we're leaving 2 open here is because there's actually, yeah, a decent chance, 1 in 3, that we drop Odin right here, and then she repeats. If it could be Odin leader, that would be amazing. What else would we like to see? Odin, any combinations, pretty great. They're going all in on Danger Room to be able to win here. We get the leader, which gives us the Gambit. Discards, kills the Angela. We're winning the raft. Oh, please, please, please. Okay, that killed our Gambit. And then Danger Room just slaps him down. Oh man, the unanimous victory. And just the insult to injury there with our Gambit killing their Angela to win the raft and their Gambit killing our Gambit. Man. White Tiger, Odin, Storm, there's the Sandman. And we have the raft yet again to try and fight over. It could be another situation where we try to turn it off with Storm. Nidavellir is also not that great for us. We have trouble filling up locations. Whew. Trouble indeed. Onslaught Citadel, Nidavellir, the raft. Onslaught Citadel not giving us anything. Nidavellir, problematic. The raft, also problematic. So, we're in a world of hurt. I've got the Maximus, gives us the extra card draw. What do we like to see? Honestly, the wave is kind of fun. They are ahead at flooding now, but we have ways, kind of, to get back in there. White Tiger, Dr. Doom if we draw him, stuff like this. We'll play the Sunspot. That's at least a threat in case we're able to grow up into it. They got the Crossbones. Maximus Crossbones, just playing the biggest bodied pieces for the price point. It's an interesting idea. Well, if you're going to keep on playing big bodies like this, I'll play Leader and then reactivate Leader with Odin. And I feel like that's probably about as strong as we can get. Will we be able to prevent the opponent from winning another? Oh, no. Are you kidding me? Now 0 is going to cancel out the next card that I play? That's insane.
Opponent snapped.
Yeah, you would snap to that. Wow. I'm not equipped to deal with 0. It's way above my pay grade. Now, we could still play Jubilee. That would pull potentially Dr. Doom. I think that's the only prayer that we have. But they're gonna have like Red Skull. Oh, but the Juggernaut? The Juggernaut moves the Red Skull? It's a destroyer. And we win! Oh man. Juggernaut coming in to shake things up. That one's a gift. That was a gift. Here's the deck list in all of its glory. This is just a mean deck with all the different levels of control. You have the Storm Juggernaut module, Wave, Jubilee, Sandman. It's so powerful to be able to limit what your opponent is able to do, but you have the tech to be able to just stretch them too thin and be insurmountable at the end of things. Let me know what you guys think of the deck in the comments down below. Till next time, thank you guys for watching and keep on snapping.